How's it going, wonderful people? It's Ninja Flash here, and I want to introduce you to a new series I'm starting. The series is going to be a walkthrough for a person who wants to do a quality build for a PvP and PvE. This is going to be a very detailed walkthrough in which I cover every single item in the game, as well as NPC dialogue and quest. I will also give tips and tricks in certain enemy situations and boss fights. I will also play the game honestly, meaning not using cheat engine. I will do bonfire counts and death counts just to spice things up. So without further ado, let's begin.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital, Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Okay, so name, Ninja Flash. Class, I'm gonna stick to night because quality builds are best with night. And I already have a character designed, but if you guys want to see how I designed him, just let me know. For Burial Gift, I'm gonna go with the Sovereignless Soul because 2,000 free souls at the beginning of the game sounds pretty good. And let's begin. Alright, so while I'm emerging from my coffin, let me explain the purpose of my build. Right now, my goal is to get a claymore as fast as possible and create a great sword slash shield combo with a lot of poise. That way I could take on tougher enemies faster. Alright, so once you're dropped off here, you will be facing your first basic hollow enemy right here. Have your shield up and, if possible, try to go around his back and do a backstab. Following that, right towards the right of you, there's a path which leads to a soul of a deserted corpse. Free souls all the way. Once you get that, make your way to the hollow sitting next to the chalice, kill him, and obtain the Ashen Estus Flask. Now, the Ashen Estus Flask is used to recover your AP, or FP, sorry. FP is the blue bar, which is mostly used by mages, or when we do our weapon art within the game. I failed right there. I was supposed to do a backstab, but couldn't kill that basic hollow. He'll try to jump you, backstab him. It's always good to have a shield up. And then just go around the area and kill off any remaining hollows so they don't bother you while you go face off the real enemy in a bit. Okay, so now we're coming up against our first tough enemy of the game, the Crystal Lizard. So this is what you have to do against it. Have your shield up and roll its attacks. You have to time your rolls just right, and also only attack after it attacks. And do only 2 smacks. If you do more than 2 like I just did, you might get hurt. The goal is to just smack him twice every time to stagger him and do a critical attack. As you can see, if you stay near his tail, he is not able to do as much damage. Just come back. There. This is what it looks like when you stagger him, and then you could do a critical right there. Just spam the R1 button. I got too greedy there and he bit my face. But it's once you fairly understand his pattern, it's fairly easy to roll his attacks, which makes it nice. Smack, smack. I'd say 2 to 3 attacks is fine. Don't go for like a full-on 4, because if you do the 4th one, he will probably hit you on the 4th hit. Alright, so once you kill him, you get the Titanite Scale and about 4,000 souls, both of which are good for us. Titanite Scale can be used to upgrade boss weapons, while 4,000 souls we'll use to level up. Yeah, I'm just adjusting my gestures. So now we're going to make our way to the first bonfire from here. We're going to rest 2 so we could recover our Estus Flasks. The only thing about in this game is when you rest at a bonfire, all enemies in the surrounding area will respawn. Light that bad boy up and rest. When you have a shield, it's fairly easy to just backstab things, which makes it easier because it does a critical damage. So just walk around, backstab. Okay, so once I picked up that item, we're going to make our way to the Titanite Shard first. The Titanite Shard is just a basic upgrade material that is used to upgrade weapons to +3. We're going to be using a claymore, which is a normal weapon, so it's going to be easier to infuse it with Titanite. kill this hollow. Another thing to remember is when you stagger an enemy, or if you attack an enemy during its attack animation, you do a lot more damage, which is nice. It's called counter damage. So it's a good thing to know. Now we're going to make our way down the hill to pick up 5 fire bombs. Fire bombs are going to become incredibly helpful in the future when we go up against pus monsters. Okay, so all hollows have been killed, and I still have all 3 of my Estus flasks. So now we're going to make our way to our first boss of the game, Ludex Gundyr. The biggest thing to know about Ludex Gundyr is that he has 2 phases. One phase, basic bitch phase, the other one, oh my god, black pus monster. The basic bitch phase is kind of fairly simple to handle. All you have to do is just maintain your distance and parry him when he tries to poke you. The only thing is you need to just make sure you time your parries just right. As you will see, I messed up on my 3rd parry and I almost died to it because of it. Yeah, you just have to keep the pressure on and only attack when he attacks. Once you get his health down to about half, he'll go into, oh my god, black pus monster. See, he nearly took off half my health instead of his. That's the slam attack. Alright, so now he's going to transform into pus. So as a pus monster, he only has about 3 moves. The smash, the jump, and then the stab. That's the jump. That's the smash. So essentially, in this one, what you have to do is when he jumps, just roll to the left and stay on his back and just smack at him. You could do 3 hits, it'll be fine. Just make sure you watch your stamina. Just keep the pressure on him and he's fairly simple boss to kill. So he gives you the coiled sword. The coiled sword is used at Firelink Shrine to basically unlock the rest of the game. So it's very important that you kill Ludex Gundyr. Alright, so you head towards the giant green doors and you open them up. Run straight to get the broken straight sword, not the great sword. And then you make your way downhill. Kill 2 basic bitch hollows. And carefully maneuver your way to get Homeward Bone. Okay, now working your way up. To the right, there's going to be a hollow looking at the abyss and staring at the beautiful castle. Just backstab him and watch him fall into the abyss. Bye! Alright, now make your way up. You see those 2 hollows resting there? Don't go there yet because it's a gank. What you want to do is go around and attack the 2 hollows resting here first, because they're going to start shooting if you attack the other 2 hollows first. You could also kick hollows to break their guard and do a critical attack, like that. Okay, now you could go kill those 2 resting hollows. Alright, so now they're dead. What you don't want to do is go to the left or right now. Just go to Firelink Shrine and go talk to Hawkwood first. Around this part, my internet kind of crashed, so I had to start playing in offline mode. So while I was talking to Hawkwood, my frame rates just decide bye bye,
Well, you're not alone.
and I have to restart.
We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
Thanks, From Software. So once you finish talking to Hawkwood, he gives you a gesture called collapse.
Well, you're not alone.
We got that, but I didn't notice it, so I kept talking to him. I was like, what happened?
Can't even die
But we do have that. I'll show it off at the end of the video.
Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think? What a sick asking. We're talking true legends. What a start.
Alright guys, so what you want to do here is embed the coiled sword that we got from defeating Gundyr. And it does that super looking animation. Just rest at the bonfire to recover your HP, and then run out of Firelink Shrine. We're going to go to the right first, and we're going to go take care of basic hollows that are sitting on the stairs. Once we kill these basic bitch hollows, we're going to be fighting the naked man on the stairs. Now, the naked man on the stairs is no joke. You have to, whatever you do, when he's doing that hold position, do not attack, because he could parry you, and it will hurt a lot. He could probably one-shot us if he were to parry us, but only attack once he attacks. Do not attack beforehand. He also has that swipe move where he holds, and then he swipes forward. It is possible to parry that, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're new. But the goal is to just keep the pressure on. Once he swipes, he kind of becomes easy. I make dumb mistakes here, and I try to trade with him. I almost die because of it, and I got parried there. So the biggest thing I could say about him is just maintain your distance and then attack only after he attacks. Because since he has no armor on, he does not get staggered. That's the beautiful thing about him. Smacks. At this point, since I ran out of Estus, I was trying to make sure I maintain my distance. Or to mess up his AI, because he usually likes to jump off too. There's a way to cheese him where you go stand on the edge of the rocks and he'll just swipe at you and he'll fall down. Like right there. But I'm gonna not cheese him, so it'll be fun. Smack, smack. I got greedy there. Yeah, when he's doing that, don't attack, whatever happens. Okay, time to punish. And rob him of his gear. Fuck you. It gives you the Uchigatana. The Uchigatana is a really good weapon if you're doing a dex build, but since we're doing a quality build, we're not going to be using that. Go around Firelink Shrine and loot everything else. Get Ember right there. Go around and grab yourself a Homeward Bone. And you want to jump down, grab another Ember. Embers are just used to, when you die, you will lose the Ember effect, and Embers just give you that Ember effect back. The first doggo of Dark Souls 3. Kill him. And make your way to Firelink Shrine to rest up and level up. And here's that collapse gesture that I was talking about. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye. Bye bye.